Dearest Hugh. Oh, I've had the most dreadful luck. I feel terrible that you've been left alone all this time. The traitorous Dr. Gray tried to steal the annular spectrum, a ring I developed to allow perception and alteration of colour. Some call them impossible colours. Impossible for Dr. Gray, maybe. Anyway, something went wrong. I turned a strange shade and became invisible. The ring, it fractured, scattering coloured shards far and wide. I stayed at home for many weeks, watching, waiting, existing on this coloured plane. I couldn't speak to you, nor interact with anything in the mono world. So I left. I left for the university where I hid away the coloured tools I had created. I pray you have found what is left of the ring. Since the beginning, we have pointed to the sky and declared it blue. It is this shared vision, this unquestioned understanding which connects us. But are you really seeing blue the same way I see it? Perhaps blue is nothing more than a shade of grey to you.
Dude.
Perhaps everyone in this world sees nothing but shades of grey.
This
Don't
one
you see?
video, dude.
This
Freaking ridiculous.
is why we're here.
Bro is lucky all that you get is jail time for doing that. Freaking
All?
insane.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
This guy, he was being so cocky. He was being rude to all of his neighbors. And after someone called the police, bro shot one of the police officers in the head with a shotgun, but at range. And miraculously, that officer survived, but I think he lost sight on his left eye. And bro was just being cocky the entire time. As soon as the cops announced that an officer was hit, bro was just laughing. And then later on, because the whole altercation happened for 6 hours, like after they got him, bro was like, "Oh, all of you guys are here for me." Like, dude,
Cool. What the hell?
what he said
What?
about what I was talking about.
No.
Mario's watching anime, bro.
I'm playing a game. What do you mean?
Bro, Mario, shut up. No one cares what you're doing.
I'm playing a game.
Bro,
Play
bro.
it. Take a fiddle.
Like, I honestly wish I could, like, if I was there,
When you enter
I-
a
Your
cave
gun might
expecting
not
a
have
waterfall,
bullets in it anymore.
the chances are your expectations will be met.
no, I don't mean like an officer. I
But
just
if
mean
you
like the
discard
punishment
those
you would get, bro.
expectations,
Oh, like,
don't you think
like,
instead the
like-
cave will be full of
I would
surprises?
skin him alive, honestly.
I ask for you, Hugh,
Oh.
to abandon your
Fancy.
expectations,
Yeah.
Get on.
to pull me back from the brink of
No,
unreality.
Cody.
I need you to see the world not for what it is, but for what it can be.
That's freaking ridiculous.
Don't chips, dude. This. People get 5,000 wins.
He was hit with a bird shot. Bro, the pellet on his head and he lost his left arm. This happened in Seattle, Washington. Bro, and I thought Washington was in I thought Washington was like that one of the few states that have nothing going on.
Seattle? Are you crazy?
No, Washington does like the whole thing.
Seattle does a lot of stuff. That's Seattle.
Wait, did I say Seattle? I meant to say Washington.
The state?
Yes.
Seattle's in Washington.
Yes, I know, but I'm talking about the whole state, like outside of Seattle. Yes, that's literally what I was talking about.
Bro, move. This pain is ridiculous.
Bro, Activision is actually down bad right now. Apparently, Activision paid Nick Merckx to do a watch party for the CDL Champs matches. That is insane. Brad. Next week. What's your schedule?
Did you know, Hugh,
I told you
that
the later half
purple
I'm
is at the
probably
very
gonna
end of the visible spectrum? It's the hardest
The
colour
big
for our eyes to
game,
distinguish. Now,
like,
imagine a shade one step further than purple,
Tuesday.
a colour beyond what we can actually perceive.
So,
We
coding
call these
all
impossible
day
colours,
Tuesday. Or at least most of the day.
and I fear that this
I
is where
believe
I
so.
currently reside. If reality is
Like,
rooted in our
We
perception,
gotta full on
and
commit
you
to
cannot
it.
perceive me,
Yeah,
Not-
we keep getting
do I even exist to you?
Well, you more than me.
I'm sure that I do. I mean,
Overwatch during
You're
the
reading
day,
this
and then
letter,
at night
or-
you're Bed Wars.
or at least I hope you are. I'm sorry, but existing in this strange
Like-
state
During
of
the day,
impermanence,
you get distracted on Overwatch.
does funny
and
things
during the
to you,
night, I
Hugh.
get distracted on freaking-
it makes you question what is
Yeah,
real.
so
That's what happens every night, every day.
yeah, that's what needs to happen. We need to. I feel like we actually have to tell everyone else, like, no, we gotta work on stuff. So I need you to do that for me. No, not for me. Okay, I don't know why I said for me. I'm saying you should do that alongside me. Explain it to them, and I'll explain it to them. That we got things to do. Yes, we've been stuck on it for so long. And I'm still hoping to release before Centric does, or at least around the same time. Do they not know themselves?
There's an approximate date, which is late June, which
So
is
they
any time between now and
they may just release at whichever moment then.
anything between now, like any time between basically 4 weeks from now and 6 weeks from now. Can you see me? Just looking at the calendar. If they actually follow their schedule. Given the Centrics community, not likely, but I don't know.
So
Redstone is usually on top of these deadlines, but Brotherhood not as much.
yeah, that I kind of figured.
So I mean, it kind of depends on who's taking charge, I guess. And in my experience, it seems like Brotherhood's taking more of the charge in that
Yeah, because I've always seen Brother here at that type where he wants to take lead, but I feel like he sucks at it. I remember.
Know what he's doing.
Yeah, no, I remember this one time. This was when Centrix was still up, and I think you know about this, but Brother Heat wanted me to make a UHC plugin for him,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I was like, I probably won't have time for that, but I can show you a few things. And he said, oh, okay, sure. And he's never on top of it. Bro, literally, he didn't forget, but like he said he couldn't do it. Like he didn't have the time to learn.
He did, at that time especially, he had the time to learn. Like, he just didn't.
He just didn't do it.
The
It's like
university
he'd spend
gardens
time
were
on the server,
bathed in
like,
an earthy orange
I was a
light
staff
when I
member,
first
so,
met
like, I
Dr.
would be
Gray.
one of the people who would record.
Summer
how
had
much
come and gone,
time
and a
people
cold
spent on the server,
autumnal
so-
Christmas had caught me off guard.
Like, I
Yeah.
knew who was on and stuff.
I
Like,
sat
that
on the
was
grass,
literally-
surrounded by my books and
Like
papers.
I feel like
When a
he's
cool
literally
breeze
you. He would
threatened to
spend
blow my
time on the
notes
server
across the
when it's
lawn.
complete, but when
A
it's not
page escaped
complete,
my reach
when
and took
something's not
flight.
complete, you want to do it.
A man not much older than myself
mean,
chased
I
after
don't
it,
mind
catching it on
doing
his
bug
third or
reports. Like,
fourth
I
attempt.
kind of enjoy
I
when
remember
there's,
his
like,
gentle
a
smile
bug
when
listing,
he returned it.
and then
He
I
started
have to go
talking, and I was
fix it,
surprised that he had
at
read
the
my
same
work in
time.
the university journal.
So
He
you
said he
think
was a
I should be the
professor
one
and
just
that
doing
he hoped
updates and
we
stuff
could
and
work
you do
together
bug
someday.
fixes?
no, I mean,
It's
like,
funny, Hugh,
especially
how
right now,
something
like,
so
pretty
small
much all we have. Yeah,
can
I
change so much.
I just mean like down the line when we have things set up.
I'm down for doing both. It's just more we gotta figure out what we need to put some keep people in place as well. Especially for like updates. Updates are gonna take a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. You said around like 4 to 6 weeks is what we had.
I'm assuming.
I want to get as much done as we can together before I have to start working more. Because I really need to either find a new job or just start working more in my current place. Try to
They're not
find.
even giving you hours to work.
I know.
So you gotta ask them for more hours.
Yeah. Or
Are they
just
gonna,
ask.
like, is it likely they give?
Like, funny enough, one of the managers knows that I do a lot of work. Cause like over there, every person is pretty much assigned to multiple things. So like I'd be cashier, card attendant, the one who has to like take out garbages, water the plants, bring the plants inside, organize everything, stuff like that. And I apparently seem to do it greater than most of my other like coworkers, according to like 2 of the managers there. And he was saying that he wishes that I was able to work.
I mean, you would love to.
Yeah.
Dr. Gray
They
soon
just won't
became
give
my
it to you.
assigned mentor,
And I literally
I
told him
can't help
like,
but feel he
if only we
somehow
had
had a hand in it.
if only our district manager
Our
actually
fires
made
burned
sense of what was
brightest when we
going on.
worked together.
Like what I find
Felt like we could
ridiculous
achieve
is that
anything.
like
We discovered
can
more about colour
understand
than I could ever have imagined.
that they intentionally don't
We
hire
split
that many
light, mapped
people
spectrums,
just
we
so they can
painted.
save money to
We laughed.
then bring the discounts
We
onto
worked long hours and
like the
soon our
customers.
goal
Sure,
became
but bro,
all-consuming.
you're not giving the people you already
We were
have hours.
vessels.
Not only just
The
that,
work became more important
but
than us.
I've been
We knew
finding
it.
certain items that we sell that are cheaper elsewhere. Like the Arizona, the big jugs of Arizona, they cost $3.49 at Lidl, and they cost only $3 at ShopRite.
I feel like they don't know how to do American.
That's literally the same thing I said. I feel like I legit told him he doesn't understand that what worked in Europe probably won't work over here. Because, sure, the United Kingdom, freaking Germany, Spain, and all of that, but the way how they function is completely different than how we do. But, yeah, I gotta figure out what to do in terms of that. Because I really need to start working more. So, I want to try and get as much done with you before we both wind up becoming busy again. So, we gotta work on the distraction issue. Just like what I was talking about with Mario earlier. Yo, shut up. So yeah, so we gotta limit the gaming, you gotta limit the TV show watching, movie watching.
That's
I
impossible.
mean, I'll still watch it because I do that all the time.
Nip is procrastinating.
Like, literally while I was coding, like, most of the week I was actually watching. That's how I actually watch so much of that show. I was literally coding while watching it.
Alright, well, I gotta take a nice and done. GM room.
again.